Hello and welcome to another episode of NewsX podcast. Joining us right now is Savyata Sharma. She's a young achiever at the We Women Want Conclave 2026 and also a recipient of the Shakti Awards. So, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Yes, I want to firstly understand you're a young achiever. You received an award, the Shakti Award. What does Shakti mean to you as a youngster in this world?
Shakti is all the power I'm getting and all the confidence. And I'm glad that women are actually being appreciated
Okay.
for who they are and not for who they are portrayed to be.
What's the definition of a woman?
Strong, independent,
Okay.
and if I can say in Gen Z slang, the all vibes in one place person.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should definitely use more Gen Z slangs in this podcast because that's the thing that we are not aware of these slangs and we do not understand what they mean. There are so many things that maybe people of our age do not understand. What's the one word do you think has been misused by us, by people of our generation?
I guess it's not just a one word, it's a statement that Gen Z is Delulu.
So you don't think they are Deliveroo?
No. I think Gen Z is the most self aware generation and they want accountability to your actions.
Yes.
And they want answers. They want work done on time, not before elections. So, yeah.
I think since you're talking about accountability and wanting answers, there was a recent youth protest that we can call across the national capital and across the nation as well. A lot of people actually gathered together, you found your voice, and everybody, it made the government actually listen to you. I want to get your observations on that protest first.
So, to sum it up, I guess protest was the very elaborate, showcase of what Gen Z is, to be honest. Because you see, it started from one Instagram page, one Instagram handle, and there was the large scale protest which took place within 1 month. So, of course, they asked for accountability, and they were right to ask that because our generation has been going through problems which other generations previous than us also faced, but they never asked questions. They never asked for accountability. So the government also answered because the government knew that they are right. They have the right to know. They have the right to get their justice. So I guess that's my answer.
Okay, so then let me ask you, do you think that in politics more youngsters should come in, or should we leave the politics to the elderly? We'll give them advice like we did during the protest. Do you think that's the way forward, or do you think more people should join politics?
I am not much of a political person, to be honest, but I think that young people should join,
Okay.
but with no biased opinions. So whatever
But it will be
happened,
very difficult to be unbiased in a world where constantly you're on the reels. You have a certain, inclination maybe.
see, if you want to join politics, it should be for development.
Yeah.
It should be for the change, not for being trending, not for being famous,
What do you
not
think
for
of
the
the
power.
trending words that are being used by our politicians right now?
I've heard Delulu and Kuchu Puchu, and I'm like, what? Like, that's not the place to use those words. I know we might seem unserious at point, like even in the protest sometimes, but we have our own concerns, and we really want the government and the politicians to listen to us, to understand our problems, and deliver
And
it.
sometimes it's better not to make everything so serious, right? Why so serious? In your
Like we might joke and we might have fun, but at the end we are fighting for our right.
Absolutely.
So we just want that the action should be there and it should be for the right reason, not for any other reason, just the right
But
reason
you've
of
been awarded as a
education.
young achiever.
So that's
What
my answer.
made you start on this path? Or do you believe that every generation maybe is a leader in themselves? maybe every youngster is a leader in themselves?
Maybe, but not all people have what it takes to be a leader, right? So I will say that what brought me here is my father. I have seen him doing all the kind of shows as chief guest, as announcer, and as teacher. So I've always seen him on the stage, and even though I myself have a very, very much of a stage fear, but I still put myself out
You're
there.
doing great, by the way.
Thank you so much. So I have been exploring every bit I can. I've been working, I've been dancing. I'm also a cadet, ex-cadet. Yes, and I will also prepare for exams, for everything I can. That is Gen Z. So we will put our hands on everything we
Yeah,
can.
you're donning so many hats. I want to understand, doesn't the pressure get to you? Do you think you're doing too many things?
Oh, it does. And through the media only, the social media. Because we can see how many people of our age are doing so much, are achieving so much.
Right.
And it creates opportunity as well as the pressure. So that's something we deal in our own way, since we are also self-aware about our mental health and everything.
Right.
So that's a plus point as well. We need to look out for ourselves. It's not that it's very difficult to, but we know to be realistic, there's a timeline for everything. So right now I am in that state that I have that energy. I am at a young age. I can do things and I can explore bits, and then I can decide which line I should take as my career. So that's where I am.
Okay, so I want to then understand social media. You talked about social media. How powerful do you think social media is? We saw an entire government come and answer your questions through social media. But I want to understand there are always cons to something. Do you also believe, as people who have been born into this generation, when we were born, social media was a thing of the future? Do you think that right now, when you're born in this generation, social media can have its bad effects, or it's a tool that you're using in the right direction?
See, till your generation, people didn't know how to use social media. Our generation knows every bit and piece, every settings, and how to block your relatives,
Yeah.
how to manage everything and be trending. So that's one thing we taught ourselves. So what should be there is to how to use social media properly. That in that way it should not affect your mental health or your daily life in a negative manner. So if you manage it well, there are always positive outcomes of social media. But as well, see, the generation is still young and they still make mistakes. So what happens is low attention span and lose focus. And even if like I'm liking a reel of same genre for more than 5 minutes, I will get bored of that emotion, and then I will want to watch something else with another emotion involved in it. So that's something I consider as a con. And pros are that you are self-aware, you are seeing so much, you are getting so many opportunities. And one thing you want to know about, you can just search it on Instagram instead of Google. So that's one thing.
Okay, so you believe it is a very powerful tool that you guys know how to use right now.
Yes, yes.
Okay, my final question to you will be, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? You're a young achiever. What do you wish to achieve? What's the milestone that you wish to step on next?
Okay. So right now I'm working as a consultant, and I am helping the government, the state governments, with the worksheets and lesson plans which are provided in the state schools. And I would like to work in this sector for more. And I have always been in social sector. I've taught kids. I've worked in India Art Fair as a intern, field intern. I've also worked with Labhya Foundation.
Wow.
So I have experience in the social sector, and I definitely want to give exams for government sector. And in 5 years, even if it's one of them or the corporate sector, I'm not ruling out corporate sector.
Gen Z never rules out anything. All roads are open for you.
That's just us. So I would want myself be financially stable, being able to provide for my family mentally and financially. Like, I should have that mental space.
Right.
I should be satisfied with where I am. And also, I would like to start solo traveling very time soon. So that's,
And do you believe that financial independence matters a lot because of all the dreams that
yes,
you
it
carry?
does. See, cases like Twisha Sharma and all the cases we are hearing are somewhere affected by the patriarchy a lot, and we want to rule that out. So it's the financial stability is the first step a woman can take towards the feminism, towards a positive aspect of her life,
Right.
not to be dependent on anyone but herself. That's where, when a woman is stable in her life, in financial aspect, there are so many other aspects that are open to her.
True.
Then she looks for someone who has mutual respect, and then the understanding is there.
progression.
Yeah,
Everything
it's a
follows.
progression.
Yeah.
So that's,
Okay, and before I let you go, you said the youth are aware,
Yeah.
the most self-aware.
Yeah.
We have this Namo Shakti mission that is currently going on in our country. It's about breast awareness.
Yes, yes.
How important do you think that is for our country?
very important, I would say. And it's a great initiative, and you should actually market it more. You should let
Yes.
people know more, because I didn't know it was happening till I came here, and I was like very inspired that finally a big step. So I have heard about it, but I have not seen any action on it, and I will do my part to
More
promote
concrete
that.
actions, like you said at the start.
Yes.
You'll make sure that there are actions.
There should be actions,
Right.
and then words, not
Right.
words and actions.
Right, definitely we'll try to do that. But thank you so much, Sabhyata. It was a pleasure.
Thank you
Hope
so
you're
much.
enjoying the conclave, and
Yes, yes.
congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.